Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, welcome to the 2022 Aaron & Partners Annual Employment Roadshow. I did practice that this morning and I'd actually forgotten which year it is. I think because we've been out of sorts for so long, but that makes it all the more special that you have all made the effort to come today, and it really is nice to see so many familiar faces and also new faces this morning. This morning's event is being live streamed as well, so we've got another 200 or more in the background as well. So exciting times, and thank you all of you for coming along. Well, my name's Helen Watson, for those of you who haven't met me, and I'm the head of the employment team. I'm very proud of it, I am as well. We've grown during the pandemic, and of course, as you all know, we've now got offices in Chester, Manchester, Shrewsbury, and also the Wirral, so we are developing. And I was going to be joined this morning for this morning's presentations by 4 of my partners, and unfortunately, due to the dreaded COVID, we are down to the 4 of us, so just 3 joining me this morning, and I'll explain how that will work in a moment. But yes, for this morning's purposes, just very quickly running through some housekeeping points before we do the main introductions. There's not going to be a fire alarm. We're not aware of that going off this morning, so if there is a fire alarm or you hear it, there's the fire exit at the back. We have got these doors here, and also obviously going out through the conservatory area to get everybody out as quickly as possible and meeting in the car park area. You probably passed the toilets on the way in if you came down the main corridor, so the toilets are there. Going out, they're on your left-hand side, gentlemen and ladies, so do head out there if you need to have a comfort break. We recognise that this is a busy morning for everybody, so if you do have calls to take or emails, we understand if you need to go and step out during this morning. There will be a break, so just taking you through the running order and doing the introductions first of all. So this morning I'm joined by my partners Claire Brooke, Ikram Malik and Ben Mason, and they're going to run through various sections. Claire very kindly has stepped into the breach this morning because we were going to be joined by Adam Haynes as well from the Manchester office, and unfortunately he's the one who's got COVID just this morning. So Claire literally has jumped in to pick up his section. What I would say about that is obviously Claire has picked up all the slides and notes this morning to take you through it, because we don't want you to miss out on that area that we were going to cover. But Adam has said that he's going to be putting on an HR roadshow virtually, and probably from the Manchester office as well, whereby he can properly update you and go through any questions, because he's obviously the expert on that section. So that is to follow. So Claire will pick that up first of all, and then we're going to be followed by Ikram, who's going to take you through an immigration update. With Brexit and all those changes, obviously this is quite a crucial time for immigration, so Ikram's joined the team as a partner, and he's kept very busy at the moment with all the immigration queries, so hopefully he can bring you up to speed this morning on some of the major changes. Following that will be Ben Mason, who's going to look at mandatory vaccinations and also vaccination policies for employers. So a very prudent topic at the moment, flowing out from COVID and the pandemic. So just to make sure that you are all up to speed on that and understand what policies you need in the workplace. So we're hoping to get through that first section. Take us to about 10:30, and then we'll have a comfort break, so teas, coffees will be served out in the conservatory area. There will be plenty of opportunity at that point to ask all the questions that you want to. And also, like I say, we've got other members of the team dotted around as well, and they will be here to mingle and to answer any questions that you've got. So perhaps save the majority of questions, if you can, until the breaks, because we're going to have that break before we come back for the second half. And it will be about a half-an-hour break, so plenty of time. And then when you come back, Claire's going to pick up the discrimination update that we tend to do most years with all the latest case law and what you need to think about to avoid discrimination in the workplace and to manage it. And then, of course, I'm going to do the compulsory case law and legislation roundup to make sure that you go out of here very knowledgeable and up to date. So that's what we're intending to do. We do hope that you will all be joining us, or the majority of you will join us for lunch afterwards. So there will be a lunch here. And again, like I say, the team will be here to answer any questions that you've got. So those are the plans for this morning. Without further ado, actually, I'm going to just do the thank yous as well. I've forgotten to do those. So obviously, thank you to my team for all of the support this morning. Thank you to the partners for doing their sections in advance. And a big thank you to GAP personnel who have partnered with us this morning. Sadly, Chrissy can't be with us this morning because she's got the dreaded COVID as well. Sign of the times, everybody, isn't it? And like I say, all the more important that you have managed to come out in person this morning. So a big thank you anyway to GAP personnel, and they've got some of their staff here as well who will also be mingling during the breaks. Lots of opportunity to talk to them about your recruitment needs, and it's great to be doing this together. So let's move on and let's get started. And so I'm going to hand over to Claire, who's going to look at Adam's section, as I've said, which is diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Thanks, Claire.